You guys ready to get started? We are going to actually start standing at the top of your mat. So don't let that freak you out. I promise it's not going to be a harder than normal class. I just want to sort of shake up perspective a little. So instead of taking that quiet space in a seated, just come on up. Oh, by the way, my knee is like 85% better. I'm still sort of aware of it, but I can use my knee. So I'm gonna be back here for a moment. I'll come down to like kneeling once we get started, so that I'm not so far away from the screen. But just come to a spot on your mat at the top of your mat where your feet are maybe just a little bit wider than hip width, so you really feel you can settle in and feel your feet on the ground. And then just let your hands fall to the side, but have them be active, so turn your palms facing forward. And then have a sort of sense of growing out of the ground, so you're really pressing into the ground and you're starting to engage the leg muscles and lift yourself up, like, away from the ground, so that this is a really active stance, right? You're trying to get your spine as long as you can, reaching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. And like, think about those shoulders rolling open. And a little bit, not a super active because you'll fatigue, but a bit of a squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back. And have your chin and your chest like a little bit higher than neutral. So you're sort of like you would, almost like you're lifting your face to the sun. And then let your eyes close. And just start to get in touch with the rhythm and the sound of the breath. Slowing down your thoughts. And with that slowing of the thoughts comes a slowing of the breath. Taking long, slow, patient inhales, like you're trying to drink in everything from the atmosphere that you need. And then a full, slow exhale, emptying out and letting go. Keep that energy in your fingertips. Keep those hands turned forward. Keep the chest lifted and the chin slightly lifted. And just keep breathing here. Just allowing yourself to kind of soak in this moment. This sense of togetherness, even though we're not together. Right? We have been together every Wednesday and every Saturday. And I think if one of you has missed one class each since we started this quarantine, that would be a lot. We are together. So just feel that. Just lift your chin and feel the sun. Feel the hope. Feel each other's presence. And just keep breathing. Mindfully breathing, thoughtfully breathing. Maybe for a few breaths you bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your baby and feel the rise and fall of your breath. And just really bring a sense of positivity, a sense of hope, a sense of joy into your body. Remember that your little one is experiencing this with you. Let them know it's okay. Life is good. Beautiful things are still happening despite the fact that we're not together face to face. Beautiful connections are still happening. Beautiful preparations are being made for the birth of that little one. Let your body feel that and let your baby feel that. Life is good. We're looking forward to meeting you. We're ready. All of those things, all of those positive things. For some of you, you're not quite ready, so don't get quite there yet, but let yourself feel that. Let yourself feel that joyful anticipation, that hope that rests right there underneath your hand, that rests on your baby. And continue to breathe thoughtfully, mindfully, and slowly drawing in peace. And then letting, as you exhale, just let that sense of peace come to every inch of your body. Out your fingertips. I'm going to remain standing at the top of your mat. I'm just going to stay kneeling here just so that I'm closer to the camera and the microphone. But on an inhale, scoop your arms out to the side. Palms come together overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more times like that. Inhale, scoop your arms out to the side. Palms come together. Exhale, your hands to your heart. And last time, inhale, scoop and rise. Exhale, the hands down to the heart. This time on an inhale, reach your hands straight overhead. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and draw yourself over to the left. So your legs are staying at that nice and wide stance so you can really pull. You've got a nice strong base there with your legs a little wider than hip distance. Inhale, you lift yourself up, switch the grip. Exhale, draw yourself over to the right. Inhale, lift, open up the fingertips. Exhale, hands down to your side. Just do some nice neck rolls here. So rolling ear to chin, ear to shoulder, and up, and then going the other way. Exhaling as you go down. Inhaling your way back up to the other side. Really reach your fingertips towards the floor. So your arms are actively kind of reaching towards the floor here, not just hanging limply at your side. And a couple more times, just rolling the neck back and forth. And the next time your chin is down to your chest, leave it there. And then bring it up to neutral. Roll your shoulders up and back, forward, up and back. And then reversing it, go the other way, back, forward, and up, back, and forward. One more time. Nice. Scoop the arms out to the side. Reach the fingertips overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, we're going to take some contractions and opening up. And what I want you to do, and we're going to play with this throughout the class today, I want you to really feel that difference between like a soft opening and then a drawing in, a closing in, a clenching. To just pay attention, the goal here being paying attention to where, like holding tension in your body and using that muscle energy versus letting it go. So from here, you're standing. Again, I'm just kind of giving you an image of this kneeling so that I'm closer to the screen. But inhale, kind of lift up and open your arms out to the side. You're kind of making like that victory V shape. And then on the exhale, I want you to squeeze your fist and come into a cat pose and cross your arms one over the other. And then inhale, open up. And then exhale, really round the spine and draw your shoulders together. I'll go sideways here too so you can see if you're confused about what I'm cueing here. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale, contract down. So your knees are bending too here, kind of coming into like a demi chair position. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the knees, round the spine, cross forward. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift and open. Contract the hands into fists, round the shoulders, squeeze those muscles. Last time. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale into that kind of half chair. Inhale, lift and open. Stay here. Look up. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. And a long breath out. Remaining at the top of your mat with your feet hip width apart. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. Exhale, open up and forward fold. Staying in the forward fold. Bring your fingertips to the floor or to a block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, as you fold, place just the left hand on the mat, kind of close to your left foot. Bend your left knee and then scoop right arm up to the ceiling. Keep pressing into the floor with the left hand while you keep reaching to the ceiling with the right, opening up across the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, bring your right hand down to your low back and maybe even bend even further into that left knee and just press, getting a rotation in the upper part of the spine. Deep inhale and exhale, and then fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, as you fold, right hand comes down, bend in the right knee. Inhale, lift left arm to the ceiling. Really press into that left hand. Reach the left fingertips to the ceiling. Deep breath in, and then on the exhale, the right hand comes to the low back. You bend even deeper into that right knee, and you press up to the ceiling. Deep inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Scoop the arms out, rise up to standing. Exhale, hands come to your heart. You can bring your feet back a little bit closer to hip width distance if you'd like, or keep them nice and wide, whatever's comfortable for you. Inhale, reach. I'm just going to move through some of the kind of top half of a sun A. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Scoop the arms out, rise up to standing. Take that side stretch again, but this time bring your arm down to your side. Right fingertips down, left fingertips reach. Inhale, lift high. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold on the exhale. Slight bend in your knees as you rise all the way up to standing. Right fingertips down, left fingertips reach. Inhale high to the left. Inhale high. As you do, open up like we did when we first started class, and then cross your arms, come into chair. Inhale, lift. Cross your arms, come into chair. Inhale, lift. Open up, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Arms reach out to the side on the inhale. Same thing again, go to the right first. Inhale, lift high. Stretch to the left next. Inhale, reach high, open the arms a little bit. Exhale, cross the arms, make those fists round the spine. Open it up, soften the fingertips. Exhale, fists and arms cross. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Scoop the arms out, rise yourself up to standing. Right fingertips down, left fingertips reach. Inhale, lift high. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach high, open the arms a little bit. Last time doing this, cross the arms. Inhale, open the arms. Cross the arms on the exhale, really squeeze tight, feel the tension in the body, and then sweep all that tension away. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale, fold on the exhale. Scoop the arms up, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hopefully you got the morning kinks out and you're ready to move a little more now. Bring the weight into your right knee. Left knee lifts. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Bring that left knee to the inside of the right leg. And then inhale, reach the fingertips high. So pay attention to here. I'm not asking you to specifically clench anything, but is anything clenching? Are you working really hard in any area that isn't that right leg to support you, or the left leg to be lifted and pressing in? Places you might find that are in your face and your jaw, in your neck and your shoulders. Are you clenching? Are you squeezing? Maybe your fingertips are really tight. Can you soften them a little bit? Bring your hands back to your heart. Lift that left knee up. And then exhale, coming into warrior three. Press the left foot back as you draw the crown of the head forward. Take a nice deep breath in warrior three. Exhale, bend the knee, the right knee. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend it, and then step the left foot back. You're in a low lunge here. But upright, sorry. Right knee is bent to 90 degrees. The left leg is active, and the left hamstring is pressing up towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, reach the fingertips high, and then exhale the fingertips down to frame that right foot. We're gonna, you can just leave it framed because we're gonna right away lower the left knee, flatten the left foot, and then scoop yourself up to standing. Or not up to standing, but upright. Shoulders stacked over hips. All right, so from here, that same thing that we were doing before, you're doing in a low lunge. When you contract, I want you to also bend deeply into that right knee. So inhale, open up. Exhale, cross the arms and squeeze yourself forward. Inhale, open up. Come up off of that right knee, and then exhale, press into the right knee and squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, press in and squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze down. Inhale, open. Exhale, fingertips come down, come off of that left knee. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale halfway. Fold on the exhale. Scoop the arms out. Rise yourself up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Weight comes into the left leg and the right knee lifts. Nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Now turn that right knee out and build tree, placing the right foot on the inside of the left leg. And then reach your fingertips nice and high and let the work be just in the legs. Let the rest of the body just soften and rest, right? Like that part isn't working. If we take that work into the rest of our body, we're using up energy that we could use in those legs. We're bringing ourselves into fatigue faster than if we just let the legs do the work. Deep inhale and exhale. Hands return to the heart. Take that foot off of the supporting leg. Lift it up in front of you. And then on the exhale, start to push yourself back into warrior three. So now a lot of work is going to be happening here. So even more important, take a deep breath in to bend the left knee, to keep the work out of the neck and the shoulders. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. This time bend and hold. Step the right foot back. Reach the fingertips high. And then exhale, fingertips come down. Right knee releases to the floor. Flatten the top of the right foot. Scoop the arms up nice and high. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, contract down towards that left knee and bend deeply into the left knee. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, contract. Press, squeeze the hands together. And then feel the release as they soften and open. Exhale, contract. Inhale, open. One more time. Exhale and contract. Inhale, open. Deep breath in. Fingertips come down. Come off of that back knee. Step the back foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway left and fold. Scoop and rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Weight comes into the right leg. Again, we're going to do a different balance pose this time. Instead of tree, lift that left knee up. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bend really deeply into that right knee. standing pigeon. Keep pushing your hips to the back of the mat and explore what would it feel like to sink a little deeper. And then make sure that all the work is in that right leg, left leg pressing and active. There's a softness in the face and the neck and the shoulders. Inhale, straighten the right knee, lift that foot. We're not going to do the bends. We're just going to press back to warrior three. And then right away, bend the knee and step your left foot back. My balance is way off today. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. Same thing again. Exhale, contract. This time the left knee is lifted though. A little bit more work. Inhale, soften and open. We're going to do 3 of them. Exhale, this is 2. Contract. Inhale, soften and open. Exhale, contract down nice and tight. Open it up, reach high. Exhale, just stay right here. So the hands are a little further open than they are in a traditional crescent lunge. Instead of being right by the ears, let them open up a little bit. And then take fingers, interlace them to the low back, roll the shoulders open, and then fold over that left knee. Deep inhale. Exhale, the fingertips come down. Step the left foot in, halfway up your mat, building pyramid here. You know I love this pose for stretching out your hamstrings. I almost never teach a class where I don't include it somewhere. So both knees are straight. Pull the right hip crease to the back of the mat. Roll long through the spine, nice flat back. And then on the exhale, go ahead and fold over. You can round a little bit here as you fold over the right leg. If your fingertips touch the floor really easily, the block's not necessary. It's just to bring the floor up a little bit so that the head and the neck can release in this stretch and not be working really hard to kind of hold yourself up. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift the right toes up off the mat, keeping the right heel on the mat. And then place the right toes back down. Put a bend in the right knee, but keep the back foot on the mat so you get that low stretch in the calf of the left leg. And then step left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Arms scoop out and rise up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. I'm just stepping back. You stay at the top of your mat. Just getting myself back under the screen. Weight goes into your left leg. Lift the right knee up. Take a deep breath in. Cross right ankle over left knee. And then as you exhale, start to bend deeply into that left knee. The hands are pressing together at the heart, but try not to let that be so much pressing that it builds tension in the neck and the shoulders. Try to keep ease across the skin across the top of the shoulders. Make sure your jaw isn't locked. The lower jaw has a little space between that and the upper jaw. Inhale, lift, straightening the left knee, and the right leg comes up off. And then press that back to warrior three. Deep bend in the left knee, step the right foot back. So just take a look back. Make sure your right heel is up over the ball of the left foot. So you're getting a nice stretch on the bottom of that left foot. Left knee is trying to bend to 90 degrees. Fingertips are reaching high, but shoulders are coming away from the ears. They're not going up with the arms. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, contract it down. Inhale, lift, softness in the fingertips as you open. Exhale, contract down. One more time. Inhale, softness and openness. Exhale, contract it down. Lift it up. Staying for a few breaths here in this crescent lunge, but with a nice wide arms. The chin is maybe lifting up a little bit. Again, just feeling that hope, that sense of promise. And then on the exhale, the fingertips come down, the right toes step forward somewhat. The distance isn't really exact. I can't say halfway or a foot or whatever. The goal here is just both knees are straight, both heels are on the floor, and the feet are in their own lane. so that if you were to drag that right foot forward, it's not right behind the left foot, but it's at least hip width apart. Pull that left hip crease to the back of the mat. Flatten the spine, and then exhale and fold over the left leg. Softening into this. Finding ease in those muscles, even the muscles that are working. See if you can kind of unclench them and let them melt into the stretch as opposed to fighting it. Inhale, halfway lift. From this halfway lift feeling, lift the left toes up off the mat, keeping the left heel on the mat, getting that stretch in the left calf. And then the left toes come down and you put a nice bend, keeping the right heel on the mat. And you're bending forward into the left. Now the stretch is in the right calf. If you have this set up, you should be feeling it kind of in the lower part of the right calf. So if you're not, just step your foot back a little further or bend a little more deeply into the left knee. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, both feet meet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and fold. Scoop the arms out, rise all the way up to standing, and then exhale. Hands to your heart. Let your eyes close for a few breaths. Maybe you place your hand on your heart and feel the beating of your heart. Maybe you give a little rub to baby. Again, checking in halfway through your practice. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Nice deep breaths in and full breaths out. And then here in the stillness, just kind of scan the body. Are you holding on anywhere? Are you clenching or squeezing anywhere? And can you soften and release that? It's so important as we prepare for these last months of pregnancy or days of pregnancy and labor and birth, that we learn to find ease in the work. If there's one lesson that I could send you off with in this time that we've spent together, it is that, yes, labor is hard work. You are strong. You've proven that to yourself time and time again. Each time you step onto your mat with me, you are strong. We'll just continue to trust that strength and find softness and ease in the work. Take a nice deep breath in as you reach your fingertips high. Exhale, open it up and forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms scoop out to the side and rise up to standing. And then exhale back to your heart. Take your right leg and step it to the back of your mat. This time we're coming into warrior 2. So turn your right toes in, left toes stay facing the front of the mat, and then the arms sweep out, one in front of you, one behind you. And so here in this place, in this warrior 2, we've come to so often, probably every class. Sink a little deeper into that left knee. Push yourself to that edge where you really have to work to not bring tension into the work. Right? You really have to use your breath. So we're doing a little pulsing here right now if you're moving with me, if you're looking at the camera, but I want you to come down into a spot that's really right at your edge, that feels difficult to hold, but you can continue to hold it. And then I want you to just gaze out over your left fingertips and be with it. stay to a point where the work is really making you want to get away from it, right? And then when you get to that point, just talk to yourself in that voice of, I'm okay. I am strong and I can stay here. I can find ease in this work. I am strong. Keep breathing, ladies. You've got this. Keep breathing. We're in it together, right? We're all four of us. I don't know if anybody else has joined, but all four of us are here. And we're feeling that work in our legs. Stay one more breath for everybody else. And now on an inhale, straighten the left knee and reach the fingertips high, and we all feel better right now. The pain goes away as soon as we come out of the pose. Exhale, bend back into it. Just for our breath, we're going to flip the left palm. Inhale, reach back. And then exhale, bring your fingertips down on the inside of that left leg. Turn the left toes to face the long edge of your mat. And then let's get a really nice bend in that left knee. Keep the right knee straight. Inhale through center. Exhale, deep bend in the right knee. Stay for a round of breath in and out. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend to the left. Now we're just moving it here on breaths. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. One more time on each side. To the right. Through center. And to the left. Come up to center. And now turn right toes to the back of the mat. Walk your hands. So your left toes, you're building warrior two to the back of your mat now. So your right toes are pointing to the back of the mat. And then you can use your hand to put on your thigh and lift yourself up. Building that warrior two at the back of your mat. So again, give yourself several breaths here before we find that stillness. So just kind of pulse and ease your way into it. When you're in labor, this is kind of the beginning of the contraction, right? It's the crescendo. You're just kind of, all right, here we go. I got this, right? And then the next time you're down, stay down and go to that edge. Go to that spot that's uncomfortable, right? Like I'm holding this here, but it is hard work to hold it. And then find softness and ease in the head and the neck and the shoulders. Know that this is going to last for several rounds of breath. And you did it on the other side and you were fine. That leg hardly even remembers the work. And now that right quad is firing up. Breathe through it. Long inhales. Full exhales. Maybe you lick your lips to find softness here. Make sure the skin of the forehead is soft. 2 more rounds of breath. You can do it. Stay with me. Breathe through the burn in that thigh. And now on your next inhale, straighten the right knee. Feels so good, doesn't it? Deep breath out. Just keep your fingertips raised and just let that fire kind of release from the right quad. And then bend back down into it. Flip the right palm. Inhale, reach way back. And then exhale, fingertips come down on the inside of that right leg. Turn the right toes parallel. Nice deep lunge in the right knee. Inhale through center. Nice deep lunge in the left knee. Oh, I got a great hip hop out of that one. Inhale through center. From the center, just walk your feet in a little bit more. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. So the head comes down between the feet. Keep the hands on the floor, and you can use the hands to kind of push against the floor to kind of bend yourself down even a little deeper. And then inhale to a halfway lift again. Walk those feet in a little bit more. Turn the heels in and the toes out. Take a nice bend in the knees, and then bring your hands to your thighs and roll yourself all the way up, straightening the knees, head and neck come up last. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, bend. Keep the fingertips up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Now we're going to bring in that opening and clenching. So inhale, lift and open. Exhale, cross the arms and bend deeply. Inhale, lift and open. You can alternate which arm crosses. Kind of gives your mind something to play with. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend nice and deeply. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend nice and deeply. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend really nice and deeply. This time you can bring your hands right down to your thighs. Your spine is straight now. And let's just pulse here. Arms out to the side like you're turning a doorknob. Palms to the back, palms to the ceiling. Back, ceiling. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop the arms up. Do that again. Sweep them down, through, and up. 2 more like that. Sweep down, through, and up. Open up at the top. Last one. Sweep them down, lift, and open. Walk those feet in even further. So now the heels are right below the hips. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, come on down into that malasana, that squat. So for today, I'd love for you to explore what it feels like to sort of rock side to side in the squat. Just bringing that softness and ease into the squat instead of just staying put. So maybe it feels better for you, maybe it feels worse. Just let yourself rock here, kind of shifting the weight into the left toes, rocking through center, shifting into the right toes. When I do that, I lift the heel, the side that my weight is on. So we know that rocking brings a softness and an ease into our body. That's why mamas rock their babies, just like you'll be doing so very soon. So just bring that softness for your body. Rocking and bringing ease to the pelvis. You might find that it feels after a few breaths like this a little bit more work on your thighs, on those quads, but a little bit more ease in the pelvis. Just a few more breaths. And then bring your fingertips down, straighten the knees. Walk yourself up to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Scoop the arms out, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, as you fold, walk your feet back to downward facing dog. I didn't forget downward facing dog. We got to get there at some point today, right? So you're in downward facing dog. Your hands are actively pressing into the mat. Your heels are pressing towards the floor. Deep inhale and full exhale. Rise high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees to a hover. Inhale, push yourself forward, upper push-up. Exhale, hips high. High on the toes. Bend the knees to a hover. Inhale, push forward, upper push-up. Exhale, hips high. One more time, high on the toes. Bend the knees to a hover. Push forward to upper push-up. And while we're here in upper push-up, what the heck? Release the knees. Lift the feet up and give me a nice round of push-ups here. Exhaling. The legs have worked so hard. It should feel really good that another body part is working, right? Exhale as you push the mat away. I hope you're all doing these with me. This was not a time to have a sip of coffee or water. Watch Jeanne work. Try to do 2 more. You can do it. Push the mat away. Push yourself back to child's pose. Knees nice and wide. Get a really nice stretch on those arms. Ah, feels good, doesn't it? This stretch, I love that stretch after push-ups. I used to think of child's pose as just kind of a place I came and sort of flopped down. And then I started making it active, and it just feels so good in my shoulders. Really keep your forearms up off the mat and your hands pushing the mat away and drawing your hips to the back of the mat, and you'll feel a really nice stretch in your shoulders and your upper arms maybe. Inhale, lift yourself up to all fours. Just sit back on your heels for a second and just kind of shake your arms out a little bit. Let's take a little bit of a stretch here. So take your right arm, cross it over your body, and just kind of pull it back with your left forearm. Don't like really grip them with your hand. Just pull it back a little bit. And then the other side, left arm crosses, pull it back with the right arm. Nice. And now stretch for our triceps. So bring your right hand down your back, grab that right elbow with your left hand, and just pull the right elbow kind of as close to behind your head as you can get. Just getting that stretch on the tricep here. And then switch to the other side. Left hand comes down the back, grabbing onto the right tricep. Nice. Shake your arms out. We're going to come back to all fours and work our butts a little bit. So bringing yourself up to all fours. Let's start with, we've done this maybe a couple weeks ago or so, like a fire hydrant that we're going to push to the back of the room. So we'll start with the left knee being the supporting leg. Inhale, lift the right knee up to the side, and then keep the right knee lifted as you push the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale in and bring it down. That's all you got to do. Lift on the inhale, push back on the exhale, draw it into the tricep on the inhale, exhale down. Keep it going now. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lower. 4 more. Keep breathing. 2 more. You're going to really appreciate the hip opener here when we get to it in a few minutes. Okay, now instead of lifting it sideways, lift it straight back so the toes are pointed towards the floor, and then just draw some circles back here. 8, 7, keep baby lifted. Don't let that low back sway. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right knee to the floor. Press your hips back just for a second. And then inhale, lift yourself back up. Taking it on the other side. I'm flipping just so my working leg is facing the camera, but you stay right where you are as long as you have room. So first, those fire hydrants. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push it away. Inhale, draw it to the tricep. Exhale, lower. You lift on the inhale, push away on the exhale. Draw it to the tricep on the inhale and lower. Keep it going. Really get into that right glute. 4 more. 2 more. Lift, extend, draw it in and lower. Last one here. Lift, extend, draw it in and lower. Now keep the hips turned down now. So that both big toe and pinky toe are pointing towards the floor. Lift that foot up and then draw some circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, hips go back. Stretch it all out in child's pose. Take a nice deep breath in and a full exhale. And then go ahead, lift yourself up and turn yourself over. onto your seat. Extend your legs nice and long in front of you. Grow really tall through your spine. Fingertips down by your side. Draw those toes towards your face. Deep inhale and exhale. And I think we did this recently, maybe on Wednesday night. Just take your right leg. We're going to get a quad stretch here because you worked those really hard today. So bring your right leg, kind of right heel to right sit bone, and then just step your hands back a little bit, and then squeeze particularly that right glute, pressing the right hip forward here. Feels nice, doesn't it? I love this one. Such a simple little stretch. Lift yourself up, take it on the other side. So the left heel goes towards the left sit bone. Walk your fingertips back behind you, and then squeeze that left glute to press the left quad forward, getting that nice stretch in the left quad now. Couple rounds of breath here. One more. Nice, come up out of it and then roll onto your back. We're going to leave the bridge pose out of it today because we did that the other work on the all fours. So those hips have already had enough work. It's time for rest, right? So come onto your back. And we're going to start with pigeon pose. So right foot is flat on the floor, left ankle crosses over. Let that left knee open up as much as you can. You can even push your hand there to push it away, and then lift the right foot up off the floor. And just bring yourself into a space. I've cued this before. You can put your right hand on the sole of the left foot, left hand on the left knee. And you can rock this, or you can just stay still. Let the eyes close. Maybe you pay attention to the breath again. I know you're supposed to be paying attention to it through the whole class, but I know that we get distracted in the poses. We get distracted in what our body's doing, and we forget to really focus on it. There's a pretty hefty lesson there, isn't there? I'm trying so hard to stay focused even when we're working hard. That's what's going to serve us when we're really challenged, whether it be in labor or just in life. Let that right foot come back to the floor. Keep the left leg crossed. And then just let the legs, so I want you to kind of walk the right foot away from you a little bit so you have room for baby. And then just let the knees fall to the right and look over the left. So that left foot can kind of brace you from going too far into this. And then bring yourself back to center, flatten that right foot again. This time extend the left leg up to the ceiling and bring your hands either to the back of the hamstring, or if you feel really bendy today, you can bring it up to the calf. And then you can also let that right leg extend onto the mat. That just makes the stretch feel a little deeper. It's a little easier to keep that left leg up in the air if the right knee is bent. It's a little bit more intense of a stretch if the right leg is down on the floor. Nice, inhale and exhale. And then release the left foot to the floor. Now keep the left knee bent this time and cross right ankle over left knee. Open up that right knee, maybe even give it a push open, and then lift the left foot up off the floor. And then you choose either grabbing onto the back of the left hamstring or grabbing the left foot and the right knee. Right foot, right knee with the left hand and the right hand. All right, and then maybe rock this a little bit. you'll see if you rock it, you'll see when you go towards your left, if your right leg is up, when you go towards your left, that's when you really feel it intensify the stretch. And then it eases up when you draw it back. So if I rock it, I kind of go center to left as opposed to like equally side to side. And then generally once I do that, I kind of find a sweet spot and then I stay right there and just really let that right hip open up. Make sure you're not holding tension in the neck and the shoulders. You have a tendency to do that in this pose. Make sure that the tongue isn't pressing up to the roof of the mouth and you're not squinting in the forehead. And then go ahead and release the left foot to the floor. Step it away a little bit more to make room for baby when we come into this twist. And then go ahead and drop over to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Just relaxing into this nice easy twist here. Let the right foot be flat on the mat. That kind of holds you up here. And then inhale yourself back up. Keep the left foot flat on the floor. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling. That right heel is pushing up towards the ceiling. The left toes are drawing down. And then you decide whether you grab the back of the right hamstring or the calf. Just don't pull right on the knee. And then maybe that left leg extends. And again, you just settle into the stretch. Try not to grip in the right quad, but just bring a softness to that whole leg. That's why the arms are there. They're kind of supporting that leg so that you can just soften and release it. Maybe you can get a little bit more out of the stretch then. Maybe you can take it a little deeper. Give it 2 more rounds of breath here. And then bring a bend to the right knee. Bring it back onto the floor. And go ahead and roll over to your side and press yourself up. And we'll start getting ourselves set up for Shavasana. So bring yourself into whatever Shavasana you've been using at home. I don't know what your resources are there, so I don't know, what you've been finding is the best way to come into rest, but you can do side lying or on your back or legs up the wall. Just making sure you bring yourself to a space where you can come into the breath, come into the quiet of your heart. And once you get there, let your arms fall to the side, palms opening up to the ceiling. Try to draw those shoulders open. Together, take a nice deep breath in. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. One more time, deep inhale. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. This was an active practice, full of movement, full of work, and now it's time to rest. Let your body absorb the work that you did, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Like, what were the thoughts when I was pushing you to stay? How did that feel in your body? Let yourself just absorb that. What did you take away from that? This is your time to kind of process how the physical part of your practice felt emotionally and mentally. So just be with it. And stay here for several minutes in quiet as you know. And I'll let you know when it's time to start bringing yourself back to the present moment. But for now, just be. You and your baby. in relationship together, exploring your practice. Mind starts to wander, just draw your attention back to how you feel. How does your body feel right here on your mat right now? What are you experiencing? Draw your attention back. And now begin to bring your attention back to the present moment. Back to your breath and your baby. Keeping your eyes closed. Slowly bring yourself out of your Shavasana, wherever that is. And bring yourself back to seated. When you get there, your hands can be in your lap, or one hand on your heart and one hand on your baby. Maybe give that baby a little rub. Sharing that sense of peace and hope with your little one. Anticipation for that beautiful day when you get to meet face to face for the first time. Share a smile. Let them feel that anticipation and that hope. And remember, you are strong. Labor is hard. Labor is tough. You, my friends, are tougher. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. Now go outside and enjoy that sunshine and what I hear is some warm temperatures. Be well, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Namaste.